StiltzkinKupo84 with Cat and Fam Gamer TV. I had said that I wanted to end tonight, but I just want to get the last hunt out of the way before we go south into Kirwan some more. So we're turning in our quest to the Tavern Master. We got the Serpent Wine. Miguel, my customer, should be most pleased. Most pleased indeed. Very good. In exchange for Serpent Wine must, here's your bounty. You've earned it. So we got a Serpent Eye and 3 teleport stones. Alright. Now we can go back to Miguelo here, since he referenced Miguelo. But I don't know if Miguelo has an actual extra reward for us. I'm pretty sure he does have some kind of a story. Did you have the slightest idea how worried I've been? Don't tell me you're off running about with those sky pirates too. Van, I can understand, but you, Penello? Well, I suppose it's not all bad. The two of you are finally growing up, making decisions for yourself. Feel whatever trouble you might get yourselves into will only make you stronger, I'm sure. When you want to come back, you've only... No, you go about your adventures until you decide for yourselves it's time. And until then, don't worry yourselves about the shop or any of your friends. Just leave all that to Miguelo here. Let's get down to business. If you're traveling, you'll be needing sundries, yes? Well, sundries we have. Ah, the Serpent Wine. Ho ho. This is shaping up to be a night to remember. Just wait until I get you home. Wipe that look off your face, Ivan. I was merely expressing my joy at having received this item I requested from my friend. I don't recall having to answer to you. This is no concern of youth such as yourself. The lengths my friend must have gone to get this. He would have needed to hire hunters. Oh yes, it was a specially commissioned item. It's only natural that it come at a premium. Never know which way the wind blows with you, my boy. Now you're traveling the world. Won't try to stop you, though. Just be sure to look after Penello while you're at it, eh? Well, okay. Nothing much going on there. Forgotten Grimoire. Ah, we can go ahead and War Mage's Monograph. How do we get that open? I thought that the War Mage's Monograph came out when you read the hunt bulletin board more than 20 times. Well, okay. I thought it had to be no new monsters available. But anyhow, we got the War Mage's Monograph. And now, read the bulletin board more than 40 times to get the Dragoon's Monograph with the dragons and plants. Okay. You know, I don't know, maybe we ended up reading that 20 times the organic way, with having, you know, new things there 20 different times. Yeah, new hunts, new something or other. Okay, well, let's go to Lowtown here. Because we got a commission from Balzac that we're going to want to go talk to him about. We're right there, so we'll head across here. Well-earned bounty. Ice brand and a moon ring. Okay, so he won't talk to us again, I guess? I don't know. But now we have an ice brand. Is that stronger than a demon's bane? Well, yes it is. That's awesome. Okay, but we're going to fight a white moose. I'm not sure if the white moose has some kind of an ice resistance, so I'm gonna see about that right now. Final Fantasy 12, white moose. Let's see, what kind of elemental resistances do you have? Ice, 50% resistance, 200% fire. Okay, so it will absorb water. So fire is what we want. Ice is 50%. So we actually want the flame tongue on Ash here. And it is going to eat water, so we want to make sure that we have the miter off of Fran, because that moose will just keep healing if Fran keeps hitting it with the miter. Okay, so I believe then we are properly suited to go get this white moose. Now another thing you may have missed, because I did off camera, on top of buying HP, lores, or licenses, on top of buying HP licenses, I also made sure, see that Fran can equip a dragon shield now? I made sure that everyone could equip a dragon shield. So I have all 6 of those equipped. And I think Bosch and Fran were the last 2 people that weren't able to equip a dragon shield. So, you know what? I remembered also. There's something else I want to try out while we're in Rabbinaster. We turned in that, those last 2 hunts. We turned the one in for Balzac, and we turned the one in for what's his name? The Tavern Master. So I kind of want to see if we can get this Orthros monster to pop, because I do remember going down into the Garum Scythe waterway for White Flan and Orthros at the same time, if if I'm not mistaken, I've done that before. So I just kind of want to see what it would take in order to get Orthros up on the board. Got White Moose and Enceladus. Orthros is not there, so I guess we'll have to go down and fight the White Moose. And I don't know, see if Orthros is still around. Huh. Be pretty inconvenient to find out that Orthros only comes after you defeat the White Moose, because then it's like spending time in the Garam Scythe waterway twice. When you really, would only want to spend time there once. All things considered, Orthros is not a regular mark. Orthros, I believe, is an elite mark. So we might get him after the Cry of its Power, actually. So maybe we should do Cry of its Power before we come here to do the White Moose. The Cry of its Power is, after all, a 1 difficulty. And let's face it, Orthros and White Moose, they're 5 difficulty hunts, and we could probably stand to fight those when we're a few levels higher, when we're coming back to maybe try to get Cochalin or something. So I think I'd rather do Cry of its Power right now and just move south into Osmone Plain from there. We can tag Enceladus, which is hanging out there in Osmone Plain, even though we have to speak to the petitioner first. And I'm not sure if we can speak to the petitioner before we speak to the Elder, the Gareth Elder. But what I do know is that no new hunts become available after you speak to the Gareth Elder. So the next new hunt becomes available after you acquire Lentu's Tear, and that's west of the Gareth, so we're pretty much on a quest to go down here where all the silicone tortoises are. I feel like I need something better than a bouge for Fran. And we got the miter, but everything that we're fighting right now seems to either absorb water or not be weak to water. The bouge just doesn't seem very effective at all. If I'm going to be honest, Fran is the one dragging behind the most in terms of melee damage and contributing to the fight. We don't have our aura spells yet, so that's something to think about. But we won't have those until Lente's tier. So this is not the height of the storm. But I do kind of want to get in here and beat up some silicorn tortoises, get them out of the way, because we will be fighting the Gil Snapper right here. And we don't want these other silicon tortoises getting in the way or interfering in the fight. Although I think there's a way to sort of hang back and fight the Gil Snapper without the silicorn tortoises coming over, I'm also pretty sure that they've made it hard for you to do that. Like, you have to really make sure that you're watching all of the silicone tortoises dancing out of the distance, roaming around free, and you gotta make sure that, you know, you're always fighting the Gil Snapper and kiting him away from the other silicone tortoises. So, being that that's not the healthiest thing in the world, it makes the fight a little more nerve-wracking. I think we'll just come in here and wipe out some silicone tortoises right now. Not to mention, we did just level up, so this is a pretty good tactic. For raising levels before you get to the Gil Snapper fight in the first place. Now, if this were the height of the storm, then Bansat would be here. He is supposed to tell us when he thinks that it's going to be, like, the worst part of the storm. Come on, Bansat. What's going on? Ash's blind gambit was set only to herself, which I didn't realize, so I made sure and set it to ally any. Now why is the silicone tortoise casting Kira, or Fira? That I don't understand. So let's get the cry of its power. Let's get that guy to show up. There has to be some trick. Let's see what the trick is. Let's see. Oh, we're looking at the wrong one. The one we need is Paradise Risen. Examine the urn here for the Feather of the Flock. An item critical later in the Cockatrice side event. Accept the hunt for Mont Blanc. Bandset joins the party to help Nanao recapture the angry Gil Snapper in Giza Plains. Nanao and Roklo give the party the silent urn, which must be pointed at the mark for the killing blow. This occurs automatically. The Gil Snapper is to the east. Oh, so we can't get the Gil Snapper to show up. And the reason we can't do that is because we haven't traveled outside of the rains yet. So we need to pass the rains. In fact, we need to what is that, a rain dancer? Yeah. Okay, so we need to get the Giza Plains to be in the dry again. Oh, no. No. I was wrong. So yeah, that's why I'm here. So we have to talk to these people. Sure, you know that we live here only during the dry and leave in the village come the rains. Circumstances preventing us from leaving now. There's a hairpin made of turtle shell. Wouldn't be in this trouble in the first place. You only brought me the hairpin hoping it would keep me from noticing how much money you had spent. You meant to trick me. To add insult to your deception, you find me a hairpin of tortoiseshell. What has Elder Brunoa said about tortoiseshell? You're incorrigible. Sorry I had to see that. Please allow me to continue. The great beast known as the Gil Snappers once ruled these plains. Our people call it the Rain Lord. Fearsome tortoise, it fights as a beast possessed in battle. Our forefathers drove it away, but now it has returned. No doubt this hairpin my brother bought me has weakened the curse and stirred its wrath. Elder Brunoa keeps the Rain Lord away while we're here, but she can't do that when everybody leaves during the rains. So she asks us to stay and keep Giza safe while they're gone. I don't know how, but the urn's protected from that Rain Lord so far. But until that thing is taken care of for good, we're gonna have to keep doing this. Yeah, we'll kill it. So now that we have the urn, now we can find the Gil Snapper. You know, for people who live here during the dry, you don't know jack about this place during the rains. So now that we have our hunt commenced, we can save here. I thought those people only showed up during the dry, and that's why I was talking about making sure that we leave the Giza Plains during the rains and come back during the dry. I guess we're not going to have to do that. So, what we will have to do is run by this elemental again one more time. There's Bansat. I told you I'd be here to help you, didn't I? This Gil Snapper will be pretty easy with Bansat at your side. Clan Centurio's finest. Only one problem, I haven't seen our mark anywhere. I remember hearing something about it liking certain kinds of weather or some such. So this is not the right weather for the mark to appear in. But at least we see Bansat is here now. Now with Bansat here, we can clear out some of these silicone turtles and can zone back in and out until we have the worst weather on our hands. And that will sort of even the fight with the Gil Snapper, making sure that there's not a whole bunch of rogue silicone tortoises running around this valley. Trying to interfere in our fight. It's going to be challenging just with 4 people, 4 against 1. We don't want like a 4 against 2 scenario to happen, so alright, Aquarium Moat. Completely useless to us for now. Using flat, making me angry. Alright. Dang. That particular Gil Snapper was pretty vicious. Let's see, what do our gambits look like? We need decoy on, we need slow, we will need regen. Okay, so Bansat is here. It's not the right climate. Let's get that weather going. Bansat will just walk up. We should know when it's the right weather because Vansat will tell us that it's the right weather. Instead of just coming sauntering up like that each time, he'll be standing there stationary with a big word bubble, dialogue bubble open on the screen. Ah, there it is. Now stand back and let Clan Centurio's finest show you how it's done. Time to finish this. There it is. Let's see, we can have Dispel going. Gambits. We want Decoy and Slow up. We want Disable to be out of there. We don't want Disable to be able to be inflicted upon any of our people. So what we're gonna do is Berserk. I mean, silence. Wow, we don't have any of those items that make us immune from disable. I feel like it's quite possible at this point to have items like that. I'm thinking that I must have looked over some places to grind for those items. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Gambit to make Ash the decoy target. Because the fact of the matter is, Penelo is not squishy either. She's coming into her own as an evasion tank. And so just as long as both of these ladies are able to stand up to the attacks of the Gil Snapper. You know, maybe I'll put Lure on Penelo instead. And I wonder if we have enough licenses to make Penelo a little beefier. Nope, that ain't gonna do it at this point. So Pinello is gonna require shield block. Max HP. So she's gonna have even better evasion now that she's got the shield block. What about our people who have Phoenix or Remedy lures to buy? Remedy lure 1. Remedy lure. $230 HP. $310. Remedy lure 2. Battle lore. I suppose it's good to be able to collect on some of the things that you unlocked with your quickening. Oh man. We got some more battle lore on Ash. Maybe that'll help her fight this Gil Snapper a little better. Of course, we've got gambits now that are cure instead of cura, so we'll change that back around. I want to stay my distance so that Blizzara doesn't hit a whole lot of people. I feel like he's just waiting until you can get a moment where it does hit a lot of people. Whittle him down, girls. I feel like the enemy always gets to use spells against us that target our elemental weaknesses. It seems like sometimes, even if you get all of the spells for all the different elemental weaknesses, it seems like sometimes these enemies have weaknesses to things that are hard for you to get in the moment. This Gil Snapper is not doing anything really outrageous. He's just sort of being real hardy. He's a real hard, tough customer. Can't really put him down as easily as you'd like to. So we have our remedy lore. What do we have on our remedy lore? I believe only MP for Bosch. So the only remedy lore he has will return MP. So we have Remedy Lore 1, Sleep, Sap, Immobilize, and Disable. We have Remedy Lore 2. So Remedy Lore 1 is the one that we need to make sure we use. But I think that Ash is the one who is disabled, so now we have to... Okay, well, Pinello also will use Disable. Okay, so that's good. So we can have Pinello throw a remedy on Ash. Okay, so we're starting to get down to the nitty-gritty on this Gil Snapper here, and he's going to start using Flatten a lot more now. It's a good thing we have Pinello as our evasion tank here, because He's having a real hard time even touching her. Oh boy. So we have Blizzara taking out people, and now we're just gonna have to start chucking things at him. We don't want to do an Aqua remote. That's for sure. We can do a Soleil Fang. He's immune. We can do a Dark Mount maybe? Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll throw a Cura Moat on everybody. We'll throw another Cura Moat on everybody. Which we don't have, so let's see. High Ether to Pinello. We're gonna have to get rid of some Gambits. We're gonna have to get rid of regen. We're gonna have to get rid of that regen. We're gonna have to get rid of this decoy. We're gonna keep that slow though. We're gonna get rid of Cure, we're gonna get rid of Echo Herbs and Blind Na. Keep these ladies less confused. We're going to make Pinello cast a remedy on Ash. Wow. Bren's got to get the heck out of there. Now we need for Bansat to stay alive. High Potion for Ash. Dang it, you know what? We need Ash to have a Gambit. Or no, Pinello to have a Gambit for Remedy. Ally status disable. Gambit. Ally, lowest HP. Kira. I guess HP less than 70? I don't know what to do here. We're definitely going to stop doing charge. We're going to start doing ethers. Let's see, what can we do? We can do... I don't want to tie Ash up doing potions, though. So we just lost Bansat, which is not good. It may keep us from having to cure as often, though. So it might be okay. As long as we can get the slow on him, and then we can, oh no. I don't want my girls getting Blizzara'd. Put that slow on him. Come on, dude. Quit disabling Ash in order to get closer to our party with that Blizzara. That's stupid. Ash, get in there and attack, girl. Okay. We're gonna equip Ash with something else. Ash is not doing very good with that Flame Tongue. Let's get a Demon's Bane on her. I wonder if we just now try to mist him to death here. I'm gonna see if we can summon Elias. Oh, well, there that goes. That wasn't smart. Well, let's do a quickening chain then, shall we? Before he downs another one of our people. We got another mischarge and a feral strike. Swain's glow. So this is 4. Coming up. Need some mist.
No holding back.
This is 5. Seriously? I couldn't even just get 6 off and get in a good cataclysm? Wow, that's terrible. I got really bad luck on those missed charges. Okay, now I'm gonna start throwing stuff. Just throw, throw, throw. Dark mode. Biomote. No. Aquara is pretty powerful, but not... Biomode again? Items... Gravity mote?
I have failed.
Oh, come on. Alright, dudes. Get in there and fight them. Balthier's trying to poach. Balthier... wrong. I should have Bosch at a distance. Anybody who is doing anything besides attacking. Missed. Quickening. Are you serious? Aw, man. That could have been timed better. Could have had way more quickenings than that. Well, Bosch, can you do it by yourself? That's the question. I mean, he's right there. Literally right there. Inferno. Can an Inferno do this? Finally. Jeez. Wow. I just needed somebody to hit the darn thing. I mean, it's not that hard. So I may need like a critical HP attack gambit or something. Like I don't understand what else could possibly be done to make that better. But anyhow, let's get our party back in. Wait for Bosch to become white. Okay, his name is White now, so we can sub him out and get Fran back in. So was he the only one alive at that point? Is he the only one who gets the licenses? Van doesn't have any LP. Ash and Pinello don't have any LP. So I'm pretty sure Bosch is the only one that got LP for that. That's crazy. All my people needed more LP. Like, I'm so mad. But I mean, LP is not something that's hard to come by in this world whatsoever. If I really want that LP back, I can just go knock off 20 wolves and there it is. So, I mean, I'm not offended enough that I would have to go back and redo the fight. I'm just offended enough that I didn't get any LP on anybody else. Oh man. That's quite a load of BS. Alright, well. Guess I'll get Drain learned. So when I get Doom Mace and Zeus Mace, I might actually even want to go before that. But I want to definitely try to get some of these magic lures out of the way, so I can get over here for this extra 435 HP. $125, let's see. Is there another way at that 125? I mean, I can get a bunch of staffs. That's 50, 120, 190, 260, 340 to get to the flame purge. And what do we have here? We have 30, 60, 90, 140, 190, 260, 330, 100. So yeah, this black mage path would be less expensive. Now why don't I have blind? Seems like I should definitely have run across blind already in my travels. Okay, so we have where's blind? Blind. I'm blind because I can't find blind. Okay. Giza Plains the Dry on Tome Hills. So we don't have the ability to cast blind because I didn't explore all of the Giza Plains. I don't understand why I wouldn't have explored all of the Giza Plains either. Seems like a simple thing to do. So, I mean, as I'm clearly making a lot of mistakes, like tempting that elemental into fighting us. Soggy letter. You left to rejoin the others. Please visit us during the dry. We will thank you properly. Okay. Alright, well, the way that we get the Giza Plains back to the dry, I believe is to talk to... I believe it's to walk into the Osmond Plains. So we'll try to walk to the Osmond Plains and see if we get any drier. And if not, then the actual way that we're supposed to get the dry in the Giza Plains, if that doesn't work, then we're looking at we have to talk to the Gareth Elder to move the story ahead one story block. And I don't want to do that when I have Enceladus out there at large. And I could have a hunt board potentially empty to read. We're not gonna mess with his woolly gator right now. I just really want to get out of Giza Plains and the rains. There's another one. Alright. Introducing Osmond Plain. Alright, let's see about the... Nope, it's the rains back in Giza. Still the rains. Still the rains. Alright, well... With that being the case, then I guess it's okay if we stop and quit. And we'll start back in the next video at the Crystal Glade, getting ready to storm through the Osmond Plain, get that Enceladus, and try to get our last grimoire dropped in the bazaar. After that, there'll be nothing holding us back from pursuing the storyline with great abandon. So, thanks for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And, you know, my daughter will appreciate it. I will too. And go ahead and watch some of our other stuff. Our other playlists on the channel. We have Minecraft, we have Kingdom Hearts 3, we have Final Fantasy 9, we have Final Fantasy 7, which I'm actually gonna take off and redo. It's bad sound quality, so we'll do a relaunch of 7 later. But yep, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.